Everybody, Chris with Killer Arcade Games here. Today we're going to be talking about an update that has come into the Arcade 1-Up cabinet. It reduced the input lag, or it claimed to reduce the input lag. Spoiler, I've played it a little bit and I can feel the input lag is definitely reduced. Code Mystics put this out. It just kind of came out of nowhere. It's been out for probably over a month now. I've just been too busy to make a video on it, but I did really want to shine a light on this. I do believe it's better, but we're going to compare it to the real arcade hardware, which is sitting right next to it. I'm going to record it, do it similar like I did when I did the review, when I did point out that there was a pretty significant button lag or input lag. Let's see how it compares to the real arcade cabinet, and I'll actually show the old footage. I'll just kind of put it all together to show you how much it actually has improved. Personally, I assume it's improved greatly. It's what it feels like. I can do combos I could never do before. But let's take more of like a scientific look, or as scientific as I can possibly get, which is essentially me just pushing the buttons at the same time and comparing it on the screen. But I do feel like it's a pretty close or pretty fair comparison. So let's take a look. Alright, so now I'm going to show you the Orchid Combo on the real Killer Instinct cabinet. This is one that I used to not be able to pull off on the Arcade 1-Up, but let me show you how it works on here. So the part that I would always fail at was after this move here. After the spinning kick move, it would not let me continue this next part of the combo, which is this. It would cut them in two for some reason. There was something with the timing. And I will say that no matter what they do, emulation never seems to nail the exact timing of Killer Instinct. It's off by just probably milliseconds. But you will notice if you go between real hardware and emulated versions of the game, this one gives you a lot more free time in between moves. I have a little more time to breathe, essentially, like this. You may have noticed that gap in between the first two sets of moves. And that's what I'm talking about. Usually when you're running on emulated versions, the game itself is moving faster, so it just cuts it off. And I actually have proof that this version runs slower than emulated versions. The proof is if you just let two games start simultaneously and start recording them, go back and compare the time at the top, this one will always lag behind emulated versions of the game. Alright, now I've moved over to the Arcade 1-Up, running the stock Arcade 1-Up, latest firmware, all that stuff. Let's pick the same stage, just so everything's the same, and you can see this combo is actually something I can pull off now without being cut off. So let's bring her closer, and here we go. There it is, no problem. It's definitely a tad faster, but let's see if I have any leeway in between. Oh, not that time. Let's try again. There it is. So there was that gap. All right, guys, there you have it. I do feel like it was a significant improvement. If anything, it's probably on par with MAME, if not, maybe a little bit better at this point. I have to applaud Code Mystics and Arcade 1-Up for funding them to get this done. You know, Arcade 1-Up takes a lot of crap. I give them crap about a lot of things too, but when they do something right, I think it's fair to actually come in and say, hey, look, they did a good job here. Code Mystics always does a good job, in my opinion, and them seeing that this was an issue and going to Arcade 1-Up, or I assume this is how it went down, going to Arcade 1-Up and saying, hey, we can fix this, this is what it'll cost if there was a fee. Again, I'm speculating, I have no idea, but Arcade 1-Up probably approved it and said, yeah, go for it, let's make this a better purchase. Lately, this game has been on sale, and I still think it's probably worth it if you're a Killer Instinct fan, especially if you want to play online. You know, I do have the real cabinet here. I do have a modded Killer Instinct Arcade 1-Up cabinet, but I can't bring myself to get rid of this one just yet because I really like playing online against you guys. And since the sales have happened, there's been a huge batch of new people playing online. It kind of brought new life into it. So I'm going to hang on to it a little bit longer. When I do sell it, you know, at least somebody will get a hapstick upgrade, which is already in there, and the marquees upgraded. Someone's going to get a nice bonus when they do buy the cabinet. Alright guys, that's all for this video. If you enjoyed it, give it a thumbs up. Leave me a comment letting me know if you've noticed a change in the feeling of the actual game. I know some of you hardcore KI guys probably feel the difference. I know I can pull off combos I can never do before on this cabinet, or it was very difficult to do before. So that's a massive bonus for us fans. Leave me a comment letting me know what you think of it. Subscribe if you're new to the channel, and I'll see you guys on the next video. Thanks for watching.